Hey guys, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. Guys, we got to talk about the end of PvP in Raid Shadow Legends. I want to ask you guys right now, before the video, do you think they went too far with 9-piece Mercurial? Listen, I'm not like raging right now about Total Guard, but my prediction early on, which was this is going to be the most busted set that ever hit Raid Shadow Legends, and it's really going to change PvP as we know it forever, or maybe not forever, but for a while. I stand by that, and then some, and then some. And the crazy thing is, a lot of players haven't even gotten, you know, a couple decent 9-piece Mercurial sets yet from Grim Forest. But man, listen, back in the day when I started playing this game, arena meta was really just how fast is your arbiter, right? Like that was it. It was the speed meta way back. I'm talking 2019 Raid Shadow Legends.
Let me see how fast.
Oh! And sure, speed has always been, no matter what anybody else says, it's always been significant. It's always been a major factor. You do want to go first. You do want to go quickly. But this was, back in the day, that was the only factor, right? The only factor. And then something emerged. It's called Hegemon. If you had Hegemon, you had an answer to the Arbiter and the Lysandra teams, right? You had somebody who always goes first and can lock them out. And then a counter strategy emerged to Hegemons, right? Immunity gear. Everybody used to use immunity gear way back in the day. No one does now, but back in the day we did. As well as shield sets. Shield sets are like Krisk's passive. Krisk used to be a meta arena champion. I'm talking years and years ago, right? But then another thing happened. It was Tormund the Cold. Tormund was introduced to the game and he changed everything before his multiple nerfs, right? He was just freezing on freeze on freeze. Sure, you can have an immunity set, but it's not going to last you the entire match. Tormund, one champion, defined the meta for a long, long time. And then something crazy happened a few years back. A little set known as Stone Skin was introduced to the game, and that changed everything. Think about how broken that we felt that Stone Skin was. People complained all the time in the early days of Stone Skin. This is too strong, it's so annoying, I'm going against teams, excuse me, with all Stone Skin. I've only got a 50% chance of removal, it's so annoying. But then they introduced, you know, Embries who can remove Stone Skin, but more so than just Embries. We also had counter strategies emerge, right? It wasn't all about going first when Stone Skin entered into the game. And buff removals, multiple buff removers on your team were really imperative, right? Especially if you're going against Stone Skin heavy teams, or at least going Stone Skin yourself in response to the meta, right? So Stone Skin really changed the game. And then after that, they had blessings. They had blessings come into the game around the same time with Polymorph, right? And everybody was complaining about Polymorph for a long time. Sheep was everywhere. Every champion had Polymorph. Keep in mind, back in the day, guys, Polymorph, it couldn't be resisted at any level, right? Not just 6 stars, okay? You didn't need accuracy for a 3-star polymorph on your champions. It was just busted. So they nerfed polymorph, right? And they went in and they introduced, say it with me, the Wand of Submission. The Wand of Submission really did soft nerf and provided another counter option for polymorph, right? So my whole point here is that there's always been game-breaking champion sets or other dynamics, relics, blessings that really defined the arena. But I want to pose a question to you guys today, and that is, did Raid go too far with 9-piece Mercurial, with Mercurial and Total Guard, right? Because listen, it's only been a few months since Grim Forest was introduced to the game, and I made the call early on. It wasn't rocket science. I think a lot of people made the call early on that this set is going to be the best set. Now, the new best set for PvP and Raid. But I'll be real with you guys. I knew it was going to be good. And I knew that, you know, the answer to the question, what champions are best in 9-piece Mercurial, was going to be basically everybody. Now, there's some exceptions. Obviously, having that ignore defense on damage dealers can still be important, thus giving you Savage and Lethal as an option, etc. And Stone Skin for those champions. But still, for a lot of champions, almost everybody, 9-piece Mercurial is broken, right? So today I'm going to run 4 champions and 9-piece Mercurial in the background. I'll show you the team right now. I climbed up to Platinum. I'm right outside the top 100 in live arena seasons. I'm going on a vacation with the kiddo, so I'm trying to grind my live arena early on in the season. But anyway, guys, I don't want to go against a nice team. It just take me forever here, right? Anybody else right now. But I have my whole team decked out in 9-piece Mercurial. And the crazy thing is, it's not even good gear. It's not even good gear. I have a 9-piece on Raglin, 9-piece on Siegfried, Nell in Predator, right? So 2 damage dealers who are elite in Mercurial, and then Nell, who's disgusting in Mercurial, and then Raglin, who's insane in Mercurial, right, with the total guard. But here, I want to talk more about, just because you just pause for a moment here, and let's state the obvious, right? Ash, you just went down all these meta sets and how they were so broken. Everybody was complaining. Why are you making a big deal about total guard in Mercurial right now? You just said it, and it's true. We are going to adjust. We're going to develop strategies. We have ally attackers now to get rid of total guard, AoEs on the A1. There's a lot of tools at our disposal to counter total guard as well. So what's the big deal, dude? Well, the big deal is this, in my opinion. It's not just how powerful it is. I think it's pretty undeniable that it's the most powerful set anyway to ever hit PvP, right? We get, but 2 major points. Number 1 is, no one told us in the beginning, before we actually had total guard in-game, no one told us, Plarium, looking at you, right, that it's gonna block buff removal. Meaning, and you'll see it in these battles, right? Meaning if like there's an Odin on the other team or whatever, right, and I have total guard and he goes in to remove all my buffs, well, guess what? He's not even going to be removed. He's not even going to be able to remove my buffs, let alone place his decreased defense or his stun on us, right? It blocks buff removal, or it protects your buffs. You know what I'm saying? We knew you weren't going to be able to remove the total guard itself, but we didn't know you weren't going to be able to remove anything when you have the total guard on. It totally guards you. Go figure, right? So yeah, it's broken. It's busted. But here's my point. My main point here is, dude, it slows up matches like you wouldn't believe. Sure, I'm on auto in classic arena right now, going in to whatever, whatever I encounter. But when these matches get tough, when I start going total guard versus total guard, right now I haven't gone against much, if any, total guard in the background here, right? But man, live arena, all my matches, this is the last week or 2, right? As people get their hands on more and more and more Mercurial gear. But I go in, and these matches are lasting freaking forever, right? Now, obviously, some of that is the meta right now, Theodosias and Predators and a bunch of champions who are tough to kill. But my God, it's slowing everything up, right? It is slowing everything up and then some. And I just wanted to ask you guys the question. Do you think, I'm going to go live arena, some live arena for you guys to end this video, because I don't mean to make this an hour-long video, but things will never be the same. I'm like, I don't want to be hyperbolic, but I want to ask you guys a couple things. Number 1 is, do you like it? Do you use it yet? Do you have any sets yet? I'm going to go all total guard, but I'm going to go with a speed lead as well. So actually, you know what? Maybe I can be like really nasty. No. Let's go all total guard. So let's go Siegfried. I should have went Predator. Man. I go meta, most meta first, right? It's okay. We'll adjust. Anyway, do you guys think there should be a change? I don't want to be super reactive early on, but do you think, if anything, what would you do? Because if you don't see it right now, listen, I've been grinding, like I said, I've been grinding this game like there's no tomorrow recently, right? So maybe you haven't seen it like I've seen it. But I want to ask you guys, do you think that they should go in there and at least make buffs be able to be removed if you have total guard on? To me, that seems like the most obvious nerf to the set. Or am I getting ahead of myself asking for any sort of changes this early on? I want to throw the question to you guys. Honestly, we have the whole team ready to go here. All right, who do you want to take out? Armand's is not that big of a deal with total guard now, you know? I guess I'll just take out Embry's and make him kill me with Carnage, right? But even Carnage, I mean, all these champions aren't that big of a deal. He gets rid of my speed lead. I'm just going to go with HP on Predator's Aura. This is, it's slowing things down a lot, right? Sorry, I'm like, my mind's like half in the draft, half talking to you guys. But my whole point is is that when you start going against a ton of total guard, maybe you'll see it, or maybe you have already, right? I don't want to speak for you guys, but if you haven't, it's nuts. It's really nuts in terms of how slow these matches go, how arduous these battles can become. I'm not sure, I'm just going to be real, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of it. You know, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan, guys. I mean, total guard everywhere is going to be defining the meta. Of course, the cool thing is, though, to be fair, is what I said earlier, is that other counter strategies are definitely going to emerge. And that's always fun to see other champions that maybe haven't gotten a lot of love historically will now start getting some use case, right? But of course, champions that do get a lot of love, right? They're still gonna get a lot of love, but they're gonna be in the 9-piece, right? You're gonna go in there, and that was let's do one more arena battle here. But I'll tell you guys, if you're looking for some strategy, right, how to counter it, and also which champions are the best to prioritize in the 9-piece Mercurial, absolutely go check out the collab that I did with Cruisin', right? Sergio 8, pretty high in trophies. Sergio, perhaps he has some total guard. Fabian first. We're gonna go with I think the same strategy as last time, right? But this time I'm gonna go with Predator first, because I think he's probably the most popular choice right now in the meta. But yeah, it feels kind of crazy. Part of me, I'm not gonna lie, is I'm kind of enjoying it because it's something new, it's something different. But of course, this is the very early days, you know, and I do wonder if I'll be enjoying it this much once I once it's everywhere, every single match, right? It is going to take champions like Gizmac, champions like Volcanos, even Nell to an extent, even though I still think she's going to be just fine, especially in the Mercurial set herself. He has double lockout he's going on me. Well, you know who we're going to go with, right? And we're going to ban Embreeze again. Make him kill me with Calamitous with a 6-star Crushing Rend here. Unorthodox draft that I'm going against here, guys. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, guys. I mean, I'm already starting to see some Reddit posts that are complaining about it every day, basically. But this is all so recent. I think you guys, if you haven't tried a 9-piece Mercurial and tried Total Guard yet, because maybe you think that your gear's not good enough or whatever, try it out. Even if you have to make massive stat sacrifices in order to do so, right? Like I told you guys earlier, I mean, you see how we're keeping all our buffs, even with the buff removal because of the total guard? See, that's what I would change about it, like personally. Again, I don't want to be calling for a nerf on like day one of most players actually getting their hands on it. But if they do need to make a change, to me, that would be it, right? Everything else, you know, I think it's still going to be the best set in the game, but everything else I think is cool. So I don't know, man. Things are nasty. So Raglin, I was going to make a whole Raglin video. I'm probably just going to upload it on my my second raid channel, but I was going to make a whole video talking about how Raglin is absolutely insane in the set. I can just end this right now, but I was like, you know what, dude, I've made a video on what's his face, on who did I make on Siegfried in it. I made a video on Lady Noelle in it as well already. I made a video with Ezio in it, right? So I think I've made my point at this point that, like, okay, Ash, they're busted when they're a 9-piece Mercurial, but I do want to at least show Raglin. I think I showed a little bit of it, but man, she has this, you know, so she's pretty tanky. She's pretty fast, right? Some good resist. And that's the thing. The stats on the Mercurial is so unbelievably good as well, right? I have a Zibias on here. So you can't land a crit on her when her HP is below 35%, 40 when I get it to 18 eventually. I have Life Harvest on her. I might switch that up, but right now it's still pretty nuts. Then I have Resistance on her. But after her buff, she's immune to block active skills and cooldown increasing effects. So, I mean, the one weakness, obviously, to Mercurial is you can still have your cooldowns manipulated. But she can't. So she can go in there and she can always cleanse if you need it. and the heal is massive, and it's based on her HP now as well as her attack. It used to be just her attack. She brings increased attack and increased accuracy, and on her A1, she fills all allies' turn meters by 15%, so oftentimes I'll just open up with the A1 and get the turn meter boost. But her miracle now is so disgusting, because with the Zibias on her, but just with the Total Guard alone, she can revive an ally with 100% turn meter and decrease the cooldown of all of their skills on a 2-turn cooldown. I mean, that's just so ridiculous, right? So anyway, guys, let me know how you feel about this set. But to me, even compared to the Hegemons, the Torments, the Speed Arbiters, the Polymorphs, the Stone Skims, this feels different. I like that it's something new. I like that it's extremely available, you know, for the most part. I don't like how much it slows the game down when everybody is rocking 9-piece Mercurial. We didn't see it in this video, but we will be seeing it if you haven't already. Guys, thanks for watching. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.